Go.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming today. Today I'm presenting about knowledge in society and the importance of reading. How many of you have ever found yourself flustered because you didn't know what to do in a tough situation, or down and out because something didn't go the way you wanted to? Life got you in a rut and there's nobody to turn to. Imagine that problem magnified among the majority of people around the world. The lack of knowledge and education plagues the growth in human society toward a better standard of living. People are simply not motivated to learn. Living in the world today, as it is, it's understandable that most of us students get caught in the daily struggle and find it hard to commit to different courses and programs other than what they're already doing. You may say, I don't like to read, or I have enough to read every day, why should I take on anything else? But you will find that many of the problems that we face in our daily lives are not taught in school. In order to grow, we make investments. We invest in our homes, cars, body, and even relationships. Why not invest in the one thing that will give us the greatest return? Our brain. There's a difference in the framework of thought, outlook, and perspective of those who take the effort to expand their knowledge every day. The right knowledge can drastically affect the decisions we make in our everyday lives. Warren Buffett reads an average of 500 pages every day. He says that the knowledge builds like compound interest in his everyday life. He spends up to 80% of his day working on thinking and reading and writing. Maybe your goal is not to be a millionaire. Maybe you aren't a humanitarian and could care less about impacting the world through philanthropy and activism. I'm sure that each of you can benefit from learning how to efficiently manage your life, maintain your relationship, and fully take hold of your passion by learning from those who have paved the way before you. The lack of knowledge is the main reason for the problems we face in the world. A majority of the problems we face in the world, like poverty, starvation, and income, are largely due to a lack of knowledge. Are you aware of the saying, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime? Now, as you know, our country invests a lot of money into programs that give people in need shelter, food, and other protection. But what if we gave these people knowledge and education, how much we would change their lives? They would not need our help anymore. We have a lack of sufficient knowledge in society. Studies conducted in recent years have shown that a direct correlation between population growth and decline in the standard IQ of countries such as New Zealand, Australia, Brazil, and Mexico. For every 10 years, a 0.3 drop in IQ occurs. So it is predicted by the year 2050 that IQ will have fallen to 89.32 from 91.64. Unless the present progress of change is arrested, there can be no doubt that in another century, the dialect of Americans will become utterly unintelligible and directly related to an Englishman. Not only is reading declining, Americans are reading less well, they're unable to comprehend, and the skills are eroding. Facts show that in spite of the education system progressing in many ways, we are not sufficiently being taught by the system alone. Charlie Munger sees knowledge accumulation as an acquired rather than natural genius, and he gives all his credit to his studies and working every day. A lack of money, bad relationships, poor health, these are symptoms to the main problem, you understand? The root cause of health, prosperity, and rewarding relationships, which must be required. Read. Books are everywhere. You can learn firsthand from the great successes of the world. Can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone read at least one book a month? Society would grow to unimaginable heights in different ways. It takes time and effort to read. One way to get started is to carve out an hour every day to yourself to invest in your brain. Maybe not a book a day, maybe not a book a week. If you complete one book a month, the whole world could change. Imagine in 1 year, if you read a book every month, how much knowledge you would have. Imagine having everything you could ever want from that. All it takes is the right implementation of action if everyone did that. Most of you, after listening to this speech, will go back to your normal daily lives and forget all about this, but keep in the back of your mind the difference you could make by spreading knowledge. Thank you, everybody.
You gotta share your name at that.
I want to let you know that education doesn't end in high school. It goes on for the rest of your lives. And the problem with the lack of knowledge and education we have today, the lack of knowledge, that's the problem. Thanks, guys.